find the limit as x approaches 9 of this function. It's a rational function. We have x minus 9 all over radical x minus 3. The first thing we usually do is just plug in this number, right? Essentially, we're sort of evaluating this to see what's happening when x is equal to 9. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's plug in 9 in here and 9 in here. So what do we get? We get 9 minus 9 over radical 9 minus 3. Here in the numerator we get 0, which is fine. Okay, but we do end up with 3 minus 3 on the denominator, that's 0, right? So we end up with 0 over 0, okay, which is indeterminate. Okay, so does that mean that this limit does not exist? Okay, that's not what it means, right? So in this case, we can do a little bit of algebra here. We have a radical in the denominator, so we're going to rationalize this guy. Okay, we're going to rationalize this and see what happens. Okay, so what does it mean to rationalize? Well, we're going to multiply this by radical x plus 3, right? We're going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by radical x plus 3. Okay. Now, if you need to, you can put parentheses around these, okay, just to help you out a little bit. Make sure you multiply these correctly. Now, in the numerator, I'm just going to keep these as it is. It's x minus 9. Okay, times radical x plus 3. And on the denominator, you notice that these are the difference of two squares, right? So radical x minus 3 times radical x plus 3. If we FOIL this, we know that the outer and inner terms are just going to cancel out. So really, I just have to do the first term and the last term, right? Radical x times radical x, that's just x. And don't need to do the outer and the inner terms. And then for the last terms, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Hey, look at that, right? Yeah, I just have an x minus 9 on the numerator and an x minus 9 in the denominator. So I can go ahead and cancel these out. Okay. So really, what are we left with? We are left with the limit as x approaches 9 of radical x plus 3. Okay. So what happens when you plug in that 9 in here now? Well, radical 9 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So in this case, the limit would equal 6.